Okay. What am I doing? I'm collecting this. And, this. Captain, sir, our new troops are fully trained and ready to go. Good. Maybe now we can make a dent in Tronk's forces. Tronk may be a loud, overly aggressive Kraken with delusions of grandeur, but he is a formidable opponent. As all of Gantas' lieutenants are, underestimate him at your peril. Yeah, well, considering the number of times we've handed your asses to you, excuse me if that doesn't scare me anymore. You don't have to be so hurtful. Alright. Time to get more widget. Yes, more widget. Now, grab all of this stuff. I believe I need more iron. And maybe more wood. But mostly I think more iron. See that iron mine is level 10. What's this one? This one's level 9. I'm gonna go for the one that's level 8. And level that up. And click on the house several times. Let's see, that thing is beeping at me again. Just not anything of real consequence right now. So you get those, that. Cured sandworm hide, it looks like we're going for that. Collect the boat, because it's healed. Heal the buoys. See, nothing to heal. Yeah. I want to heal that, maybe not. Collect all of this stuff. Getting very close to level 49, which is the current level cap. Yeah, it didn't last super long. Yeah, whatever. Got here pretty quickly, I'd say. And some people got to level 49 in only like a few hours or a day or something, but you know, that's only really possible, I think, if you like speed up jobs and like have all the nanopod housing or something. Anyways, Furious Assault. You know, attacking Gantas' old fortress kind of makes me feel nostalgic. Ah, for the times when our enemy was obvious and the Empire still existed. Not that I don't understand, Morgan, but we should get going. The longer we wait, the more time Tronk has to gather and train troops. Just 1 second, Ramsey. Let me bask in my memories for a moment more. ... Okay, let's go. So we got 4 encounters here. Sturdy watchtower. Been a while since we've seen one of those. So the plan here is to bring about the end of these raiders without much issue. Not even gonna use tank killers for these guys. It's not like I need tank killers to, you know. Yeah. Not like the tank killers are needed to defeat this battle. All that's really needed is to gun these guys with the veterans. Although the rocket mammoths are doing a little bit of damage. Sturdy watchtowers are just not that scary anymore. Like, I remember when they used to be very scary. And now they're just, you know, another unit that does about 150 damage. I mean, 150 damage is still pretty good. Get rid of this guy with the grenade, maybe? No? Okay. Look at that. Almost at half HP for the super tank. Okay, more trunk guard. Huh. Well, these guys look a little bit... I mean, I'm gonna use the heavier tanks on these guys. Reason being is it's not like I really have any issues here. I'm gonna be taking them out pretty quickly. At least that's the plan. If I manage to lose one of the tanks, then that will be on me. But I'm not thinking I'll lose a tank with the way this is looking. Get rid of this guy. Or not. Okay, that's a bit rough. I'm gonna actually have to hope that they don't attack that tank. Yeah. Let's see here. Take out the mammoths. That's very close to death, but not there. Let's see. That was a mistake. This is actually what I meant to do. Lost a whim and beat the battle. Okay, more tronk. If I look at this encounter, I'd say it looks pretty. I'm just gonna go for the tanks and stuff again. Maybe I should get rid of the dynamite guy first. Try that. Yeah, it's not much worse than the silver wolves. Gun tower is defeated. More than defeated, honestly. That was a big hit. I'll decorate my bathroom with your femurs. Morgan, there's too many of them. We'll be overwhelmed if we stay. Damn it, let's get out of here. Man, how are we going to go up against all these guys? It's like that time Perkins fell on that fire ant hill, except this isn't funny. If only we had bug spray. But the raiders have gas masks. Alright. There's one more battle here, which will be not too bad. Just gotta hit him with the line attack a couple times down the row. Or down the middle here. Okay. Takes a little bit of damage. And apparently not take out the front row. This should do the trick though. Okay. More SP. And now we go back to base. Open up the mission. Okay, so we've got Tronk in our backyard, ready to become Gantas II. And we don't have the numbers to break through to stop him. We must deal with Henderson and his men. No, we must also deal with Henderson and his men, who are ready to start an intertown war. He's also right, so we can't just shoot him, as you'd prefer. So we need to do something with a large group of armed, morally righteous fanatics. Hold on, Floyd. I think maybe these problems solve each other. Every solution starts with bribery. Okay, so gotta build the farm. I don't even need this on anymore. Okay, good. Gonna build the farm. I wonder how long the produce takes to build. Probably takes a while. Is there the 4 hours? Yeah, it basically takes a while. Not gonna give him the steel because I don't want to right now. Let's see. I think I'm legit, like, what is it? Only a small... Like, I'm pretty sure I'm either... the level up is either at 165k or 166k. But either way, it's like right there. And I don't have a way to get the last little bit of SP. Oh, unless what I do is I build another farm. And I turn off, what do I need? I'll turn off the stone. And cabbage takes 5 minutes. It's not nearly as good as the sandworm stuff at this place, but have to make do with whatever. 2 hours I'll have the pneumatic smasher. I mean, this is not quite here yet. That's 3.5 hours away. I'm gonna try and devote a significant cabbage production real quickly, because I feel like I can't be more than a couple hundred SP away. If that. At least that's what I feel like. I don't know if I'm right. I'm gonna make another tank killer. Because why not? After all, why shouldn't I make a tank killer? Okay, Port City. Can't collect anything there. Okay. Which means, in the meantime, going to take a look at rolling the dice against this boss. Which will determine, of course. Yay, instant poison. It's always the instant poison that triggers the reset for this guy. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Oh wow, a crit. And poison. That's even better than last time. Even better. See if this time can get multiple crits and multiple poisons, right? Well, there's one crit. There's the poison, which also crits. Nice. I mean, what more could you ask for, right? See if I can get something of more yeesh. Okay, well, I'm gonna just reset. I would definitely prefer if this guy would use his acid attack as the first attack. There we go, at very least. Everything's suppressed though, so no promises on whether or not things will survive very long. Okay, attacking the fish. I'll take that. I don't like that one though. Huh. How is it that this could do... It can do up to... does 400 damage? Crit versus sub, crit... That's kind of insane. I'm not sure how people do this without M10s. Or with only... I don't know. I just feel like I need a lot of damage output in order to be able to actually fight this thing. Which somehow results in yeah. That is not appreciated. Tentacles. I do not appreciate that at all. The sheer RNG and rerolling needed for this thing is the worst, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna get poisoned. Yep. At least with the Dreadnought, it's easy to get past the initial rerolling phase and get a good run. That was a mistake. That's a crit on that. Wow. To be honest, I'm just gonna reset. Okay, once more into the breach. Not bad for the start. But poisoned. As usual. Gotta be getting up there in an amount of times rerolled on this thing now. At least in total. It feels like I gotta do at least 50 rerolls for well, maybe not 50, but at least 20 rerolls to get a single good run out of this thing. Maybe I'm just unlucky, but it sure feels like this thing is just brutally RNG punishing or something like that. There's another hit. That's gonna breach this time, and I can't fight the battle with being down a ship so early. It's gonna poison, isn't it? Well, no poison, but still not the best. I do appreciate that. I'm gonna leave now. Okay, back to base. Cabbage. And set up another repair. I think I've lost 2 M10s to the re-rolling on this iteration of the Kraken. 2. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna work out super well, but whatever. Yes, suppression, my favorite. 37 damage. Quite nice. I do wonder, are these actually capable of fighting the Kraken? Because I'm pretty sure they'll get hit by the acid and take a lot of damage. But they also have the torpedo and the shrapnel bomb and stuff. I mean, I feel like they could actually be good at it. I mean, I know they're good enough to take out the other naval boss. Forget its name already. Yeah, the other naval boss. We got a little bit of acid there. Not too bad though. I'm gonna see about taking out the cannon dude. These cannon dudes are bad for tank lifespan. Now I'll take out the acid. No acid allowed. Take out the other cannon. No cannons allowed. Take out these two guys. Get stunned. Finish it off. Yeah. Getting very close on the ranks here, I think. Well, it's not actually that close, but you know, closer than nothing. Closer than I have been. Closer every battle, whatever. You know, always getting a little bit closer. Well, let's go for the fish leveling up. Not quite a one-shot. Suppressed though, so go for the other attack. Get rid of this guy. And those guys as well. Leaving a single target. Just can't really do very much to survive against this sort of firepower. Yeah, I think I'll be promoting the fish soon enough. The baby grouper. See, any of these battles will be... This battle ought to be fast, right? Yeah. I gotta start ranking the cryo troop too. It's got 180 HP. What the heck? Little ice things get the blue aura, the blue selection thingy. Okay, we'll freeze that guy. And being frozen means you're way more susceptible to explosives, right? Yeah. Oh wait, all of the veterans' attacks are explosives. So I don't actually need to worry about which attack I used. Because it'll all do bonus damage. Okay, cabbage. I'm gonna do a quick internet lookup. Battle Nations wiki. See, level. See, level 49 is somewhere in here. 167,000 XP. Oh man. Okay, so I'm actually 2,000 XP away. You know, farther away than I would have thought. I mean, clearly farther away than I thought. Which means I think I'll just have to. Cabbages are not gonna cut it. Cabbages are not gonna cut it. Okay. Tanks. Cryoman. Gunmen. Alright, let's see. Mr. Freeze. Freeze it. Yeah, it just does bonus damage while being, because he's frozen. Uh oh. That was possibly a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. Okay, tank, please kill him. Yeah, if I'd done like a couple of the 15-minute job inside of this thing, and wasn't quite so far away on all the other things, definitely would have hit the level this time around. Definitely would have. Okay, I don't like the tank guy. He's really annoying. He does major damage to the tanks. Would also prefer to not lose the cryo trooper, as he's somewhat expensive. Freeze is equal to stun, right? Yeah. Dude just doesn't attack because it's frozen. Alright, well, with that, and the revelation that I'm still 2,000 XP away rather than only 100, yeah, exactly. Probably record a little bit later, in like, you know, however long until like whatever job finishes. That will finish up the SP, or the XP I mean. So yeah, until then, or whatever, goodbye. Yep.